Hello friends, I'm Sanyukta Saxena, a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we'll be learning one more Zentangle original pattern. The pattern is called Rain. I had posted a few tiles on the pattern Rain. Today we'll learn how to draw the pattern and also draw a tile using the pattern Rain and a few more patterns to go along with it, right? So let's get started and see how do we draw the pattern Rain, a Zentangle original. So Rain is again a very simple line based pattern, and going to pick up my pen. I'm going to start with a straight line here, right? And then I'm going to draw a zigzag over this straight line like this, right? And then I'm going to ink these triangular sections that were created due to the zigzag that I drew over the line like this. So since it has bold ink portions, as you can see, I'm inking those sections. You can call it a drama tangle because it adds instantly to your tile wherever you use it because of the inked portions, right? So I have inked the sections that were created due to the zigzag, and the final step is to aura this. Right? So I am closely auraing the shape. This is the pattern Rain. Right, so I'll show you once again, and I'll also show you how you can play around with the pattern. There are various ways. So a straight line, a zigzag. It's not necessary that you have all the triangles of the same size or shape. You can draw the zigzag in any fashion, right? So originally these sections are inked. However, the moment you want to bring variations, you can do something else with this section, right? So I'm not going to ink it if I want to bring about a variation. However, if you want that drama, generally ink it and then you aura it. Generally a single aura is enough. However, again, if you want to bring about variation, you can add more number of auras and you can add tangles in between those auras, right? So if I add one more line of aura here like this, immediately the look of the tangle changes, and then I can play around with the auras and create innumerable variations, right? I have added just one extra aura. You can keep adding auras. You can do tangles inside the triangular shapes that have been created. You generally shade the tangle on the outside, that is on the lines of the aura, right? You can shade it on one side, you can shade it on both sides, entirely up to you. There is no standard shading method. You may leave it as it is. Looks dramatic, right? So this looks like shadow on one side. Let me show you a few tiles which will give you an idea how you can use it differently. This is a tile where Rain has been used for dividing the tile into sections, and then I have used different patterns, Marasu and some other patterns to go along, right? Again, this is a tile, gorgeous, some squid and rain, right? So just to give you an idea how you can arrange the same tangle in different ways. Again, Muka along with rain in the background. You can also add auras to cover up the entire tile, or you can leave it as it is. And this is the teaser that I had posted on my page. This is rain in the center and few other tangles to go along, right? So in today's session, let us draw another tile using the same pattern, rain, right? So in front of me is a Zentangle, and I have done some work on this. I have drawn a string like a flower, right? And there are some more lines auraing that string. So let me first ink my string. So I'm using an 08. Since I want my string to show here, so I am inking it. Generally strings are not inked. You can't really make out a string once you finish a tile. However, if you want the string to be the center of attraction, you can ink it. So I have drawn a flower like shape in the center, and I am drawing auras surrounding it, right? So there is place for one. So the second one I am just giving a slight shape like this. Right? So now let us start drawing our pattern. So I'm going to pick up my O1 and I'll draw the pattern Diva Dance Rock and Roll in the center, and also draw rain along with the same pattern. So we have already learned Diva Dance. I had complete series of 2-3 episodes sessions teaching the pattern Diva Dance. So I've started with it, and I'm going to start introducing rain in between, right? So I have drawn a small rain, and I'm going to aurite like this, right? And then again I'm going to continue my process of adding auras as we usually do. Go slow, take your time. Again extend it, introduce one more. Right? Again add an aura. Right? Again keep rotating your tile so that your hand is in comfortable position. Again aura. Again I am going to introduce one. So small rain in between my auras of the Diva Dance. I'm going to aurite like this. Again I am going to continue my oraing. As I told you, you can either add a hump first and ink it in, or you can first draw the line and then add a hump above it. Both are fine. You can draw the tangle either ways, right? As you can see here, I am doing it both ways here. Again, aura, aura. Again going to add one here, right? So just take your time, have fun. Right? Again an aura. Right? Continue. This oraing is the most important part. That's what gives diva dance its character. There's nothing else in the pattern actually, just auras and these humps. Going to add one more here. Having fun. Right? So I'll continue doing like this, right? So I am still continuing that process, oraing, adding humps here and there as we do in the diva dance, and at the same time adding some rain in between. I think just 1 or 2 layers more would be sufficient. I don't want to be covering the entire space. Right? So continuing the same process of adding auras. So I am going to add the last and close it here, right? So that's diva dance with rain. Now it's up to you what you want to do with the rest, right? So small embellishment, part of the pattern eek, right? Go slow, take your time. This is the pattern E. We have already learned how to draw this pattern. We learned couple of border tangles together, and this was one of them. It's very easy to draw, just drawing cursive E's. Right, so now you have two more sections. It's up to you, how do you want to go about. I'm going to be using the pattern cubine in one of the sections, so I'm just dividing it into somewhat squares so that I can draw the pattern cubine inside those sections. Very simple pattern to draw. Again, it's all about shading. So cubine is one of the patterns that gets its true character on the basis of how you shade it, right? So pick one section, one of the corners, ink it, and then join this end to the opposite corner, right? It's that simple. So you can choose any of the corners for drawing this square within, and then join it. Right, so you can't really make out how the pattern will look like just by drawing it. Basically, once you shade it, you understand that it looks like a window. Right, so I'm going to do this exercise throughout. Right.